Wow, sometimes you've just gotta dream big, pal. Don't assume your dreams are just a fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, speaking of dreams, here we find ourselves in the world of dreams, that of course being on the PlayStation 4. And today we are looking at a creation made by the X Archives. The link will be in the description below of his channel, and what he has made is pretty freaking sweet. You got a new custom character equipped with different keyblades, a variety of magic spells, some form changes, gliding, and even this really cool slide dash mechanic. And in this world of his, you'll find many familiar locations such as the Mysterious Tower, Radiant Garden, the Grid, Destiny Islands, Traverse Town, the Olympus Coliseum, along with a few familiar faces as well that I'm sure a lot of you will recognize. There are also some enemies and a few surprise bosses as well. Now, what I absolutely love about this project are a couple things, but there's one thing in particular, and it's the world of Twilight Town that he created and how massive it is with all these new locations that were created. And it made me think, wow, how cool would this be to have in the next Kingdom Hearts game, or Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, we all know when it comes to Twilight Town, it had a pretty mixed reaction in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's pretty understandable, you know, no exploring inside the mansion, no usual spot, no skateboard for crying out loud, no clock tower? Honestly, that was a massive L in my opinion. How are you going to give us the ability to run up walls and buildings, but you make the clock tower inaccessible? I don't know, man. I mean, quality over quantity. But with all those NPCs around, you gotta admit, the town did actually kind of feel alive and look like a town, where as you go and compare it back to Kingdom Hearts 2, bruh, it was literally just empty space. I'm not sure what everyone was kind of crying about over here, but I think a lot of that anger was just from nostalgia alone. But to be fair, Twilight Town just wasn't as important in terms of story when you compare it back to Kingdom Hearts 2, since in Kingdom Hearts 2, Twilight Town kind of acted as like the home base where we learned everything, this and that. There's a lot to explore, and there are multiple areas compared to that small one that we got in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's fun. It's like they took one step forward and then took 2 steps back, but who knows, with Roxas and the crew now residing back in Twilight Town, perhaps we will get a chance to re-expand Twilight Town into something pretty cool. And it's funny because it's totally possible, because, you know, we've had people kind of like break the wall and able to see how big Twilight Town really was. So like, yeah, that was just kind of painful to see. However, though, this brings me all back to the X Archives world. He has created some pretty cool stuff in his version of Twilight Town. As you can clearly see, we've got some new landmarks such as the beach, which of course has always kind of been a big thing. It's so funny to see that the Twilight Town gang really had to travel to another world just to go to the beach. Man, how expensive were those tickets, man? I'm telling you. But we also have this really cool countryside, this little park. But my absolute favorite thing that he has created is this garage. But it ain't just any garage, ladies and gentlemen, as it belongs to none other than Axel, and it's equipped with a juice box with some really cool tunes, and there's also this sweet looking car. Now, here comes the cool part. You can actually get in the car and drive it, and you might notice some familiar faces. That's right, we have Shion and Roxas along for the ride. You can also drive in first person mode, which I think is pretty cool, and the car also comes equipped with the 2 different remixes that were in the garage. Now, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy 15, where you're just kind of cruising in the car as Noctis along with the boys, changing the music. I mean, look at this, just driving along the beach while listening to that sweet Twilight Town theme in the background and that sunlight. Oh, it's so freaking awesome and cool, and it really got me thinking. One, I feel like Axel would decide to live in Twilight Town over Radiant Garden, since Roxas and Shion would definitely be residing in Twilight Town with their new drip, except for Roxas, he still has the same outfit. But I mean, hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, am I right? But going back, I feel like Axel would be the type of dude to get a garage, maybe not own a car, but I can totally see him with a motorcycle of some sort. Like, hey, maybe he can transform his chakra arms to a motorcycle, some type of Keyblade transformation, if you will. I mean, he's got 2 of those chakra arms, and there are 2 wheels for a motorcycle. Ah, you see what I'm saying over here? I mean, vehicles aren't complete strangers when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts. Plus, we have had racing mini games before in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. But unfortunately, unless we end up getting a Roxas-centered game, I don't really think Twilight Town will ever be expanded to this extent, which again is kind of funny because we've seen people break the boundaries and how big the world is. I mean, unless Naminé is gonna get her old kind of room back in the mansion, I mean, who knows, although I could see maybe a mini game of some sort. Perhaps Cypher comes back and challenges Axel to a race or something. We do know in Kingdom Hearts 3 he left for like some type of journey, but there has been a 1-year time gap from Kingdom Hearts 3 and its present state, so who knows, it'd be really funny to see Cypher come back. But then again, I can't really picture Axel just chilling, as I'm sure he still would be looking for Subject X along with Isa. But then again, who knows, there are a lot of things going on in this series right now with a lot of different characters. You got Mickey going to explore Scala ad Caelum, Kairi off the train with Aqua, Riku heading to Quadratum, you got Marluxia and Larxene, the Foretellers are back. Oh my god, bro, worst case scenario, oh my god, this would kill me. Just watch. I really wouldn't be surprised if Twilight Town ended up just being a cutscene to see what Roxas and the gang are up to. Kind of like how in Kingdom Hearts 3 with Destiny Islands and Radiant Garden, they weren't playable at all and it was just straight up cutscenes. I mean, did we really need that small section of like Destiny Island? No! But we all wanted it, so I guess it really depends on what kind of role Roxas will be playing. Some people say that Roxas's phase is basically over, his arc is done. I'm like, nah, he's kind of like Riku, you know, Riku went through his emo dark Sasuke phase, and now Roxas can just be a homie, kind of like Riku. Hopefully everyone will get bodied and then it'll just be up to Roxas to save everyone or something. Regardless, I hope it won't be too long till we get to go back to Twilight Town. After all, what am I gonna do with all these ingredients that I have? So guys, what I want to know in the comment section below, of course, is, you know, Twilight Town. How do you see its future? Do you think it'll ever get expanded to this extent? I hope so one day. Twilight Town's always had a little special place in my heart, and yeah, I just love the music, this and that, the world, the characters. So yeah, to see Twilight Town just improve more would be pretty freaking awesome. So guys, you know, leave all your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to go ahead and follow the X Arcanus link. Again, will be in the description below, where they are creating so many cool things. They even got like a Donald and Goofy working. That's freaking sweet. So guys, leave all your comments in the comment section below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a big massive thumbs up, as it helps me the channel out quite immensely. So until next time guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye pal, we'll see ya real soon.